Hey guys, and welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be checking out Edgelord Jess. Wait, Willow, right? Yeah, Willow.
She's still leaving all my nightmares. I won't chase myself for you.
Out of the depths and dark blue hole of a week or 2 weeks of absolutely zero content and letdowns, I understand why we finally got a character like Willow. Willow is the embodiment of our feelings for Epic Games. On some real stuff, Willow, the entire story event, and everything in between, the hotel, the voice lines, the acting, was 10 out of 10, the best storyline, in my opinion, that we've gotten so far. Big ups, credit where credit's due to Epic Games for coming together and pulling all of that into a close and concise story. Really enjoyed it. Big ups to them. But let's talk about Willow. Emo Jess.
Good, yes.
We cannot judge Willow. We can't, because certain things in the game are still coming that really help her, and plus we don't have the team perk that should, hypothetically, mesh all of these team perks together. Just like Blast from the Past wasn't really Blast from the Past until all the Dino Heroes were out. Same thing with Totally Rockin' Out, I want to say. I don't really remember. We can't really judge Willow and this kind of loadout on what's available now. On top of that, we are, hopefully next patch, getting increased ability damage modifiers. Now, each hero in the game has a hero ability damage modifier, and this helps your ability DPS for any character in the game. Every single character in the game has one. They range, give or take, from 7 to 13, I want to say, without triple checking. I'm pretty sure that's the range they sit in, and they do help your ability damage work. However, they're not super important. Ragnarok, for example, we'll get into that. Ghoulish Cackle, let's jump into what it actually does. Increase ability damage up to 37% based on percentage of your missing health. Number one, this doesn't work with Blast from the Past. It's not total health pool. It's kind of a preset. As long as 37% of your health is missing, no matter the total amount of health, your damage will cap there. Most times you're going to be hitting, at least at max level, etc., full team, you're going to be hitting for like 16,000 damage on your Teddy. You're also going to be hitting for about 98,000 damage on your Shockwave. Both of those things, or your Seismic Smash, rather. Both of those things are okay on this hero. However, we can't really claim to use her in a commander perk because currently it's not really worth it. Currently, increase ability damage by 37.5%, which isn't terrible, but there are better perks already in the game. And eliminations have a 55% chance to conjure a Phantasm. Now, the Phantasms are almost impossible to test because, as of right now, unless you're playing lower missions, they just don't do enough damage, or your abilities don't do enough damage to actually kill anything. You might drop a Teddy, but very rarely will that Teddy ever get the killing blow to actually kill something. Same thing with your Seismic Smash. 98,000 damage is decent on an 8-second cooldown, but there are better things, and it won't kill anything. You'll have to finish off everything with a gun, making this perk currently pointless. Once the new ability damage modifiers come in and you're playing late game Fortnite, you might be using this perk. 62% base damage, that's around Kunai Storm level of damage in a 0.5 tile, and then I believe the team perk makes this multiply or have a higher chance to proc. It could be useful. I can't wait for the team perk to come out to try it out, but currently she's not worth using in Commander. However, she's pretty fun to use when you're not using her as Commander.
Yes, my mask you like? Want to see what's underneath?
Like I said, Willow is probably the most aesthetically pleasing character we have, plus it's voiced by Ray, the same voice actress, so now you finally have Ray running around saying little quips and things, which is a huge plus to play her as a commander. But if you're looking at min-maxing or meta things, she's just not currently worth it. But let's take a look at a build that might be. I'm not claiming this is the best build now that everybody's used to the new hero rework. I'm over that. This is just something you could play and check out, and I'll tell you why this does work with this perk. Now, you need 37% of your health to be missing, which is inherently a bad thing. And there's a couple of things you can do to nullify that or rectify that situation while you're fighting. You want to keep it low, but you don't want to die, which leads you to have a bit of a conundrum. We're going to take a look at Azalea Clark. This is a character that I really like to use a lot of the times if I'm just having fun. She's got phase shift, she's got an incredibly strong shock tower, and she has the Seismic Smash. Now, Seismic Smash, if you watch the video that I made a couple of weeks ago, is incredibly powerful. We've been doing a lot of meme builds and playing a bunch of characters, all four of the same characters. We did a grenade one, we did a minigun one, and we did a Seismic Smash one. The Seismic Smash one at max level actually held its own and did really, really well. So I wanted to use that to the best of my ability. As we know, Willow only gives you 37% extra damage. If we take a look at somebody like Azalea, she gives you 75% extra damage at all times without having any missing health. Ragnarok on Commander perk, I believe, gives you 125 extra percent times 2 because it goes back and forth. Let's just double check. I'm pretty sure that is what that says. Yes, 125%. But like I said, I like Azalea Clark. Now, how do you keep your health at a certain point but not die all the time? Well, we're going to try it with Bioenergy Source. You could use Totally Rockin' Out here too. It does work. However, it does not crit. Bioenergy Source, you guys know what it does. It gives you shield back every time you use an ability. Since she has phase shift and an 8-second ability to slam the ground, you have a lot of ways to actually continue to proc this and always have your shield up and going. We're gonna grab sub wafers here for you can eat them whenever you want and gain an extra 50% damage. Return to sender is worded terribly. Seismic Smash returns to its origin point, decreases seismic smack damage and impact by 25%. Who knows what this actually does, but it makes your Seismic Smash hit twice. Fault line decreases your cooldown. Of course, Ghoulish Cackle for another 37%. So just hypothetically, you get 75% here, 50% here, and 37% here for a ton of extra damage. Your Seismic Smash, 250,000 damage in a max party, playing, playing perfectly, and on an 8-second cooldown. There's not another ability in the game that comes remotely close to this, except maybe Dragon Slash with a Totally Rockin' Out crit build put into that. That probably can do similar damage on a similar cooldown, but for the moment, this is a lot of fun to play. You can also try a crowd control build with Ice Queen. Ice Queen provides a ton of crowd control. Seismic Smash on an 8-second cooldown, 9-second cooldown, is up a lot of the time, allowing you to guarantee free stuff as long as they get hit with it. It frozen for 3 seconds is kind of huge, plus 14% extra damage. You have Return to Sender, and now that it's frozen, it's guaranteed to get hit by the second coming of this wave. Fault line for the increased cooldown. You have 37% extra damage here. You can keep the low health because you have Bioenergy Source. Spake Technology for another 15% damage, so you're looking at like 50% bonus damage. Plasma Arc for anything that gets hit by it, to have a chance to spread, to do some AoE and crowd control. Fortnite is getting a lot of interesting and new builds that we're going to be able to be playing around with. Put Phantasms on top of this build, and then maybe you have an insane crowd control plus AoE damaging ability version of the Ice Queen, which is something you'd never be able to do before these perks come out. I gotta say that I am super impressed with the direction they're going. We're getting mythic stuff, we're getting new weapons, we're getting dungeons, we're getting new heroes, we got an entire new Hexylvania place like the Stanley Hotel. So many things are coming into this game. Finally, it seems like it's getting on its own path. Free to play should be right around the corner. I hope it is. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you liked it, think about subscribing. I put out videos like this, weapon breakdowns, and guides all the time on this YouTube channel. Think about hitting the bell, liking the video, etc. Subscribing if you're new. I greatly appreciate it. It helps out the channel a ton. I stream 5 days a week over at twitch.tv/Roundedtiktak. I would love for you guys to stop by, say what's up. And, we do giveaways and stuff over there as well. We just gave away 4 battle passes Congratulations to the YouTube people and the Twitch people. Just so happened that the YouTube person was over on the stream who did win when we pulled it from the comment section. And that's really it, guys. I'll see you on the next one. Check out WIllow. TikTak out.